Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Daily Workout. I've got some new faces with me this morning. Today, I've invited on a couple of people who have taken part in Meet Your Recruiter Week. So we've got Laura Lee. Hi, Laura Lee. How are you doing?
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Catherine. Thanks for inviting me on.
No problem. And you're joining us from Belfast this morning. It looks
we're here.
It's very
nice
topical.
and sunny in Belfast. It's lovely. Yeah, we're up in our beautiful serviced offices in our patio. Thankfully, I have it all to myself so far. So hopefully we'll not have too many interruptions. But thank you so much again for having me on and hosting #MeetYourRecruiter this week. It's been brilliant.
Oh no! Thank you so much for taking part. It would be nothing without your posts. So yeah, thank you. And also we've got Andrew joining from South Africa. Thank you so much for coming online with us this morning, Andrew. How are you doing? How are you this morning?
Good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me as well. It's a bit of a new thing for me as well. I've never done one of these live before. But yeah, it's been great to do the posts, the Meet Your Recruiter stuff. It's been very insightful and also opened my mind up a little bit to what is sort of getting me back on track to where I've seen myself going in the past.
Wonderful. Oh, good. I'm really glad that you both got something out of it because the idea from my point of view was, well, we grow these networks and but then what do we do with them? How do we actually engage people? Are we just collecting people like hoarders? How do we actually get the most value from our networks, and how do we make sure that we're not kind of neglecting people, that we're providing value? So I'd seen people doing posting challenges on Instagram, and I thought this could work on LinkedIn for the recruitment community. Oh, lovely. Hi, Kira. Thank you so much for coming online. Sorry to kind of invite you on and drop you in it while we're in the middle of the broadcast, but I saw that you joined us, and and I wanted to bring you in. Welcome. Where are you joining us from this morning?
So I am in Scotland. I'm also from South Africa. I moved to the UK in January, so a whole new ball game for me at the moment.
Yeah. So does that mean that you're trying to grow your LinkedIn network in like a whole different place now?
Absolutely. And it's really difficult because usually if you want to place someone, you've placed someone good like that before who you can ask for referrals, or even just people from, your father's best friend works at X or whatever. Now you're starting from the very ground zero where you don't have a network. So it's very, very different. And there's not as much unemployment in the UK as South Africa as well. So it really is a different environment altogether.
Wow. Yeah, that's definitely a whole new challenge. I'm just inviting someone else on because a few people that I asked have just joined us. So welcome everyone who's saying hello in the chat. So sorry I haven't had a moment to kind of say hi to everyone yet. Good morning, Teresa, Charlotte, Blake, Angela. Oh, I know you're on the road, so I hope you're not listening while driving. Kimberly, I've just invited you on. Hello, lovely. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi, Kimberly. Are you? I know that you were away on holiday. Are you back in the UK now?
I am, yes. Yeah, lovely little break, but I'm back. And it's raining.
Oh, yeah. I feel like we need the rain, but yeah, it's a little bit sad.
Yeah, no, I do agree. We do.
Oh, thank you so much for taking part in Meet Your Recruiter Week and for agreeing to come online with us this morning.
Oh, thank you. It's been amazing. I've really enjoyed it. Seeing all the posts, getting involved is really good.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. It's kind of meant so much to see this grow, and sort of not just people that I know taking part, but lots of faces that I've kind of never talked to before. I think Kimberly, out of everyone I'm looking at right now, you're the only person that I knew before Meet Your Recruiter Week. So Kira, Laura Lee, Andrew, you are new to my network this week, which is just so cool. And now here I am talking to you live on the Daily Workout. So this is so much fun. I'm just going to check if there's anyone else who said they would come online this morning, and Yeah, I've got one more person to invite on, it looks like. If there's anyone who said they would come online this morning and I've missed inviting you on, please do, shout in the chat, I want to come online, and I will invite you. Yeah, so I'd love to know, which prompt did you all enjoy coming up with a post for the most? Laura Lee, can I start with you?
Yeah, I suppose my favorite one was actually the top tip. I think that one was because I got to actually bring the whole family got involved. So my husband filmed the video, my dog caused a whole ruckus, it caused several takes. And it was the one that was most fun to plan because it was yoga themed. And anyone that knows me knows that my yoga mat hasn't actually left the cupboard for 5 years. So it was really demonstrating the power of social media and how you can tell a few wee porkies on it. And it was the most fun for me as well because it was the one that actually I got the most from in terms of views, but also hearing everyone else's top tips was just great. So that was the one I really enjoyed the most in terms of the planning and just the general filming of it. So yeah, that was my favorite one.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I loved seeing all the different ways that people interpreted things. That's kind of been important to me from the beginning. Like I started off the first time we did Meet Your Recruiter with really quite vague prompts, like it would just be one word, like the word desk. And I think some people found that quite intimidating. Like it was like, well, what on earth do I post? So I've tried to give a lot more guidance with the prompts now, but equally, I still want people to have scope to just show off like who they are and do it their own way. So yeah, that's been a really tricky balance to find. Loved that post on that day. I'm just going to say hello to Nadine. Hiya, thank you so much for joining us. Sorry to sort of drop you in live the second you join us. How are you today? Where are you joining us from?
I'm good, and I'm also joining from South Africa in Johannesburg.
Welcome. Oh, fantastic. I love that we've got people from, lots of corners of the UK and also other corners of the world as well. So Nadine, thank you so much for taking part in Meet Your Recruiter Week. Did you have a favorite prompt this week?
Actually, I would be lying if I said I did, because I just loved the whole thing from the beginning to the end. And I'm really excited for my last post today. But I really enjoyed the humanness in it, because a lot of the time people just think we're the ATS bot. But to like really introduce ourselves and share something more about ourselves just showed that we're also people. We also have likes and dislikes and things that we keep close to us. And also sharing about the roles that we're working helps show that we are, we have a job to do. But then the job seeking tips also shared that, even though we have a job to do, we do have expertise to help where we can. So I just really enjoyed the whole challenge.
Oh, well, it's been absolutely wonderful having you with us. And I think, just that, just striking that balance between trying to find ways for people to share a little bit more of themselves without, having to go overboard on the personal, but to just show that there are real human beings behind, when somebody makes an application to a job or when they get a message about a job, that, it's actually a real human being there, doing that activity and communicating with them and working hard on their behalf. So, fantastic. Good. I just saw Therese. Is it Therese? Would like to come online. Actually, I've just realized I'm limited to 6 people online. I thought I could have up to 12, 10 or 12 on here. So I'm really sorry. Maybe once we've gone round, I'll let somebody go and someone new can come in. Andrew, did you have a favorite post this week?
So, like Nadine said, I really enjoyed all of it. It sort of brought me back on track and made me realize why I'm doing it. But if I had to choose one favorite one, it was the first one, sort of that portrait. Takes me back to my days of aviation. I was doing a little bit of flying and I love being up there, and it allowed me to sort of reflect on where I'm at the most peace. So that was my favorite. Second to that, I really liked the top tip one, because I feel like my tip was very relevant to myself. sprinkling fairy dust, not only as a candidate on your own profile, but as a um, a, a recruiter looking for people out there. You need to do something different. You need to put your own personality in it. And I think you mentioned it before as well. We've got to bring the human element back into recruitment. As Nadine said, we're not just ATS hunters. We're not just people that post an ad, and we actually go out. We really push hard to try and find the perfect match for our clients and the perfect job for our candidates. And I think that is what I try to bring out in my portrait as well as my top tip posts. So yeah,
I think that's a really great point. And yeah, I enjoyed the top tip prompt a lot as well myself, just simply because I've struggled with past rounds of Meet Your Recruiter. Day 1 and day 2 seem to do really well. The more personal post followed by a job, everyone seems quite happy with that. And then things have started to fall off. Like, people haven't taken part in days 3, 4, and 5. So my challenge this time was very much, how do I keep people going? And actually, the numbers for day 2 and day 3 were very similar. There was almost no drop off. So I feel like the top tip post must have really caught people's attention. People had something to say. So so I kind of hit my goal on that one. So I'm really glad that you liked that post. Okay, shall we go to Kira next? Did you have a favorite post this week?
To be honest, I'm not a very good social media person, and I know how important it is, digital presence and all that, for our industry and people knowing who you are and being able to look. So I really just enjoyed putting myself out there, and I think I enjoyed all the posts equally, but I really enjoyed reading other people's posts and, you know, exactly connecting with individuals and interests, and, you know, whether it's yoga, dogs, outdoors, all these different elements. So definitely those two, I would say, were my best. And I'm really impressed to see that nobody dropped off, because I was getting anxiety. Oh gosh, what do we do tomorrow? And then because of the momentum of everybody else, I sort of broke through my fears of doing these things. And yeah, I really enjoyed
fantastic.
them all.
Oh no, I feel like that the community aspect, the fact that other people are doing it as well. You can go to the hashtag and see what other people have done and go, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I could do that but slightly different, or oh, that's a nice idea, but I'd do it this way. It's like a permission slip, isn't it, to just, yeah, I'm just going to dive in and do it.
But also there was creativity. People did things so differently to each other, so that was really nice. It's your interpretation, like you mentioned earlier, which is really nice.
Yeah, and just how everyone formats their posts differently. And yeah, just absolutely fascinating. Oh, Angela says, oh no, version 2 of Crowdcast must allow us to have 12 people. Yes, so hopefully we'll have that soon. They're sort of always making this platform better for doing streaming and everything. So so yeah, they're always telling us about new features, but they might not actually be live yet. They might be just things that are coming down the line. Yeah, Charlotte says, it definitely hasn't fallen off this time. I absolutely loved refreshing the LinkedIn hashtag and seeing new posts every single time. Yeah, I was actually wondering, you know, can I commit to saying, oh, I'm going to try and like and comment on everyone's posts, because it's too much. I think on Tuesday night I kind of fell asleep with my phone on my face, trying to catch up. So I feel like I've actually not succeeded in that really for the first time. Running Meet Your Recruiter. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for kind of keeping going. Kimberly, hiya. Did you have a favorite post this week?
I mean, I completely agree with Nadine and Kira. I just think they were all great, and you definitely hit the right spot with it not being too specific, but just enough, I think, so people can kind of take it where they wanted to go, but there was enough of a prompt to give people ideas. If I had to choose, I think the picture one, a portrait, because I thought that would be the most difficult for me. I never write anything personal on any platform, but I found it so much easier than I thought I would, and I thought that was the most interesting to see other people's. I just thought it's so nice to see the person behind the screen, if you like, get a bit of an insight about each person. So yeah, but yeah, all of them were great, and I think today is going to be really interesting as well.
Yeah, so today, I guess I'd love to know if anyone wants to share what they post today. I'd love to know about that. So I've gone round and sort of muted who isn't speaking. so sorry about that, but sometimes we get a little bit of feedback or crossover, and it disrupts the sound. So if we've got more than a couple of people on, that sometimes do that. So would anyone like to share what they plan to post for today, or just give us a flavor? So today's prompt is a kind of fill in the blank. So I've started a sentence for you, and you could either just put a word, or you could write a whole essay if you wanted at the end. So the prompt is, at the end of the year, I want to feel. Would anyone like to share what they're thinking about today? Even if it's not a fully formed idea yet, that's okay, because I don't think mine's a fully formed idea yet. I'm just having feelings.
So I'll take the stand
Thank
first.
you, Andrew.
This one for me, I was thinking about, so obviously I've seen the hashtag Meet Your Recruiter post from Vanessa on Monday morning. And I went through all of them, and I thought to myself, what can I post for this? What can I post for that? And I sort of found something straight away on the first day, more or less what I would post. But this one for me was a little bit more challenging at first, and I put a lot more thought into it. There's a lot of change happening in the world, but in my life as well. And I just feel like things are starting to take off. I found the career that I wanted to be in, or that I want to be in. I'm starting to work away at a career. And by the end of this year, I know that I would have found my success. I'm starting to move more into tech sort of roles from the general recruitment and engineering that I've been in for a while. But I feel like that tech's going to take me a step up. So I feel like I'm really going to take a bit of a step up by the end of this year. I see myself just finding a lot more happiness and success, whereas I didn't over the last few years, because I was a little bit stuck. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with my life. Or in terms of my career, where it was going. But the past year leading up to now and leading to the end of the year, I think has really shown me where I'm going to go the rest of my life, and not just only in this year. So that's sort of what I reflected on for this post.
Oh, that's really great to hear. This sort of this focus and clarity and being able to see the road ahead it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Andrew. I look forward to seeing your post. Would anyone else like to go, or would anyone? Yeah, I can see Nadine is nodding, so I'll unmute you. And tell us about what you'll share today.
Yeah, so on my side, it's a little bit different. So I spent last year working really, really hard and, really pushing and really focusing on the end goal. And I actually found myself burning out quite a bit towards the end of the year. So the way I want to feel at the end of this year is more peaceful, because I spent a lot of time on my own wellness and, actually knowing what I bring to the table instead of trying to prove what I bring to the table. So I just want to feel peaceful at the end of the year, and just know that I've done my best, and that's all that I could have done. So yeah, also I think it's mostly focusing on me a little bit more. So I think that's my word. My feeling. I would like to feel peaceful. Oh, you're on mute still.
I muted myself, didn't I? I really feel that. It's so easy to get carried away and almost burn yourself out working too hard. But it's so important. We can't do our best work unless we're taking care of ourselves, can we? So getting to the end of the year and having that sense of peace and that you did your best and took care of yourself as well. I think that's a lovely thing to aim for. Excellent. Oh, I love this. People doing their best and taking care of themselves. Would anyone else like to share, or anything else that you'd like to say? Oh, Kimberly, were you? No. Laura Lee. Hiya.
Yeah, so I actually had a first draft of this one, and I can definitely see the influence of. I used to work for a greeting card company, and my original one was that I made a difference. So I've actually tweaked it. I think it's not going to make a tangible difference. So I'm really hoping to just put some really proper things in place to support specifically at the moment social work students that are going to be starting university this year. So we've got some really exciting events coming up for Freshers Week and some online support groups coming up. So yeah, just a tangible difference. So that's where I've tried to take the kind of out of context and make it a bit more specific.
Yeah, that is so, I love a specific goal as well. It's nice to focus on how we want to feel. That can really help us to know if we've succeeded. But then those tangible things as well, it's like it's something that you can really, you know, tick off on a list. And
yeah, the performance management person in me, you see, the SMART goal has to come into it somewhere.
Yeah, and then that can lead to feeling accomplished, I guess, at the end of the year. Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing what everyone puts out today. It's going to be a great end.
Normally, I sort of pick a word that's about reflection on the Friday, like getting people to look back at the week. But I thought, it never does very well. And, you know, it's just, I need something different. So I was like, okay, well, let's not look back. Let's look ahead. And also, this is something that we can check in on next time when we do Meet Your Recruiter. So this is actually the 5th time that we've done a week of prompts for Meet Your Recruiter. We did the first one a year ago in August 2021. So next quarter we will do this again, and so we can like check in, like how are you getting on when it comes to these you know, these ways that we wanted to feel. You know, do you think it's going to happen? Are you going to get there? So I'm quite excited about that as well. Okay, anyone else want to share about today, or shall we talk about something else? Oh, Kimberly, lovely.
So I'm going to be really cagey. I don't want to say what I'm going to post because I'm kind of a bit unsure with it. I put something together yesterday. It's probably it's really personal. I've never posted anything so personal on any social media platform ever. So yeah, I just think it's going to be a big thing for me to do. And then just in general this week, I struggle with posting on LinkedIn. I think I've spoken to you about it before, Catherine. I really struggle with it, but this has really helped, I think, you know, really helped me realize that I can do it, how to do it. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to do it a bit more in the future. But yeah, I'll thank you. But yeah, I will hopefully get that out at some point. And yeah, I'm really, really interested to see what other people are gonna do as well. So yeah, that's just my little piece.
Oh, well, I'm really glad it's got you posting and over some of those struggles. And what a tease for your post today. I'm sure everyone's going to be looking out.
No, I feel like I should have said that.
Oh, no, brilliant. I'm so glad. And we've been talking at the gym, now that we've done this is the 5th time we've done this now, about putting together all the prompts from the past weeks and like putting it into like a little ebook or a little document that people could download and sort of use it to carry on going. So, you know, if you thought, okay, I've got on a roll now, but what do I do when Meet Your Recruiter week is over? It would be like a little bank of like 4 more weeks of ideas. So we got lots of love for Vanessa in the chat. I can't see that she is with us in this morning, but I know that she's doing a lot of training at the moment, so it's probably that she's busy with that. So so she will no doubt watch back later and see all the love that's going on in the chat. Yeah, big shout out to Vanessa. Extra 2 hours ahead. Yeah. Lovely. Let's just have a look. All the love for Kimberly today. Fantastic. Kira, did you want to share anything about your post today?
So if I'm totally honest, I haven't planned my post yet for today.
Okay.
So that's but if I share my personal experience where I am now and where I'd like to be, if I just think about it, but I don't know if this is what I'm going to post.
Yeah.
I am a bit on the spot.
We can see the process happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I genuinely love recruitment, and it's something that, like Andrew said, he found his passion. It happened for me 7 years ago. When I turned 30, I actually liquidated my business and I retrenched my staff, and I was in a really bad space, and I found recruitment by accident, needed a job, and really found what's been to me the most rewarding and enjoyable role. But moving to the UK and having it being so different, and also at the moment, the market is so candidate driven and there is so many roles and no candidates, it seems crazy. I know they're calling it the Great Migration, so it's not all on me, but my confidence is a little bit lower than what it usually is because, you know, you take a few hard knocks. So I'd like to feel the way I used to and be back there building careers and building companies, because that's what you do by perfect talent matching, and it's something I really love.
Oh, I'm really glad that, you know, you found your thing, and yeah, I really hope you can feel like you're back by the end of the year. Yeah. Lovely. Oh, I'm so excited about everyone's posts today. And well, we have done a much longer daily workout than we usually do. We usually cap these at about 10 to 15 minutes. So we've gone on for almost half an hour this morning. Would anyone like to share anything else before I wish everyone good luck and happy posting? Thank you so much. Yeah, everyone, I'm going to take everyone off mute so that we can say goodbye. So yeah, hopefully everybody is unmuted now. So yeah, sorry if I didn't get to invite you on this morning. I'm so sorry, but yeah, do send me a message on LinkedIn and we can get you on for the next Meet Your Recruiter week. So yeah, if you were waiting, do reach out to me and we'll get you on next time. So yeah, thank you so much, Laura Lee, Andrew, Nadine, Kimberly, and Kira for coming on this morning. It's just been so nice to see some new faces that I hadn't met before and had never talked to on the daily workout. I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to see your post today. So yeah, happy posting, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for the invite. Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.